what you say, the less I know. Wherever you stray, follow.
Taylor Swift surprises fans with another new album. We're breaking down everything you need to know about Evermore. Hey guys, welcome back to another shared news from home. We have to talk about this major Taylor Swift news. But before we get into it, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. As always, I'm your host, Fiona Zaring, and I'm joined by the wonderful Gabby Ganta and Hiba Berry. Hi, guys.
Hey, good to be here.
Hello. So let's just dive right in because this is such exciting news. I feel like there is so much to talk about. Taylor announced she's releasing Evermore, which is a sister album to Folklore, on her Instagram. In the announcement post, she wrote, "To put it plainly, we just couldn't stop writing songs. To try and put it more poetically, it feels like we were standing on the edge of the folklorian woods and had a choice to turn and go back or to travel further into the forest of this music. We chose to wander deeper in." Right there. Such Taylor Swift vibes. She's like in such like a dedicated place with this era. I absolutely love it. She also explained that she usually views albums as individual eras, but with Folklore, she felt, quote, less like I was departing and more like I was returning. So basically, she was just not ready to leave this wonderful world she has created. This is so exciting, you guys. I just want to know, did you love Folklore? Are you sort of excited to see her continue on this path? It's a little bit of a new sound, new look. Or when Folklore wrapped, were you kind of ready to see what was coming next? What did you think, Gabby?
I was shocked to hear this news because we just got an amazing album from Taylor. And here she is like, here's a whole nother one not too long after that. So amazing. It just proves like how amazing of a songwriter she is. Folklore was insane. Like fans, Swifties are absolutely loving it. It was nominated for like multiple Grammys already. So if Evermore is anything like Folklore, then it's going to be a huge success.
You know what? You gotta say, love her or hate her, she is an artist that definitely has one of the most loyal fan bases as well. And I always give her such props because she's kind of a shapeshifter as an artist with her music and her art in such different ways. And when we first were introduced to her, obviously this country girl, very, innocent, and then she kind of switched over to the pop genre, and now this folk inspired music. And honestly, no matter how she pivots, no matter where she pivots, I feel like she always delivers, and especially with all those Grammy nominations, and her fans are always by her side supporting her, so she's gonna kill it as always.
Oh, absolutely. Evermore has 15 new songs. Like Taylor Swift in quarantine is probably the most productive person out of literally any of us. And you guys, the deluxe edition also features 2 bonus tracks. So we're talking 17 new songs that like made the cut. I wouldn't be surprised if there weren't like at least 5 more that they were dancing around with for a while. She shared on Instagram that she continued to collaborate for Evermore with the team she worked with on Folklore. She wrote, "I loved creating these songs with Aaron Dessner, Jack Antonoff, WB, and Justin Vernon. We've also welcomed some new and longtime friends to our musical kitchen table this time around." So obviously, in the Long Pond sessions for Disney Plus, if you guys watch that, like they really, I think, found just like a creative groove and magic that has been probably so rewarding just as artists, which is great. I'm so happy that the band's back together, but I want to focus in on the WB. Because, of course, when she initially released Folklore and one of the artists listed was William Bowery, fans got to work trying to figure out who that was. When it turned out to be no one, the theory process began, and fans very correctly thought that it was going to be Joe Alwyn, who she recently revealed was, in fact, our mysterious William Bowery. So is it safe to assume that William Bowery is WB, aka Joe Alwyn, and that they're continuing to collaborate together? What are your thoughts on this, like, Taylor working with someone that she's dating after all of the interest in her romantic life all these years? It feels like a pretty big deal.
I think it's really sweet. Finally, Taylor has found a partner that kind of dabbles in her craft of songwriting. Of course, Joe is known for his acting. So maybe we might see, who knows, Taylor maybe in the future dip into acting as well. But no, when it comes to the songwriting, I think it's just very sweet that that's something that they can also bond over. And yeah, hopefully he has kind of done more writing in Evermore as well. So we'll just have to wait and see.
It does seem like since it was the same team as Folklore, that Joe was definitely a big part of those songs, and then also these new songs that they're coming out with. I definitely feel like they were just writing songs like crazy, as she mentioned, and then sort of put them in their respective albums, like where they made sense and where they told the best stories. So I think Taylor Swift is just like the queen of love songs and just like pure emotion. So the fact that she's, writing these beautiful love songs and these poetic pieces with her boyfriend, it just makes it that much sweeter and that much of a deeper level of connection and things that fans can relate to when they're listening.
Oh my gosh, I could not agree more. I feel like anything that's going to have a WB next to it, we're all going to have to like pay a little more attention to, just because it really is so sweet to see them working together. Along with the album, as if the 15 songs like wasn't a gift enough, Taylor is releasing the first music video at the exact same time that the album drops, and that will be for the song Willow. On her Instagram, she shared some photos that kind of gave us a sneak peek of what that music video is going to look like. And on her stories, she did share just like some gorgeous vibey footage. I don't know if it's from Willow. It could be, a compilation. Who knows? There was, of course, no sound, so we'll have to wait and see. But she's sort of giving us an overall peek into how folklore has evolved into Evermore, like look-wise, etc. And she shared on Twitter that she directed this music video as well. She's keeping up that trend. She's staying really, really creatively involved at all stages. Very cool. But I want to know your thoughts. Just like the coat she's wearing, the dress. Like, are you into this vibe? Do you like the look of Evermore? And also, a lot of fans on Twitter have pointed out that the dress and like headband combination she's wearing for Willow looks pretty bridal. What are your thoughts, Gabby? We know she's very intentional.
She is always so intentional. So I think if we're getting hints of bride and like wedding vibes, then who knows what's going to be in the songs and what else she has to, reveal to us. Maybe she's secretly married to this mysterious Joe B or WB / Joe Alwyn, this crazy persona that they've created. So who knows? That's definitely, an interesting take that we're going to have to be looking forward to when all of this drops. But yeah, overall the vibe, it's just, I think, folklore extended. And I think it's such like a warm, Christmassy holiday vibe. So I think it's so perfect that she's releasing this music right now so we can all enjoy it over the holidays.
You're right. Definitely every single move is very meticulous. So there's definitely always a reason or some sort of symbolism behind it. But honestly, I'm just imagining all her fans tonight are going to pull out every single candle they own, a bottle of wine, and they're just going to sit in a dark room and just dissect every lyric from her.
Oh, 100%. As you said, Heba, Swifties love Easter eggs. So I think a lot of us, I love Taylor Swift, absolutely, but I will not claim to be like one of the head Swifties who's good at the like detective work. I've got to leave that to the much better people on Twitter. But I think a lot of us were asking like, did we miss some obvious clues that this was coming? She always lays some clues. She always lays a path. I'm just going to say the answer is yes. I'm sure it is. I'm sure there's already a thread on Twitter out there with all of the random things we could have missed. But a couple of ones that sort of stood out to even the less good detectives out there. On November 22nd, she posted another photo on Instagram with the caption, "Not a lot going on at the moment," which of course she did the exact same thing right before she dropped Folklore. So when she posted that, I know people kind of went crazy. We knew that was a clue something was coming. I just don't think any of us expected another album. And this one's a little more specific. Just 5 days ago, she tweeted about being named one of Rolling Stone's top 50 albums of 2020 for Folklore and wrote, "Cries in cottagecore, screams in soft lullabies, throws self to the base of a willow tree, by a reflection pool at midnight. So the question is, do we think these are maybe some song lyrics? Do we think Willow was, just a clue there? What are your thoughts? Could that be an Easter egg? Have you picked up on any other Easter eggs yourself?
Honestly, I have no idea what that comment meant that she wrote. It does seem like maybe a song lyric. I really don't know. But like you said, Fiona, I'm just gonna leave this up to the diehard Swifties. This is kind of out of my hands at this point.
It was so poetic. Like, it definitely sounds like song lyrics. And now that we know that songs are coming, I'm sure those are on her mind right now. So I'm sure those have something to do with the new music that's coming out. And another Easter egg, she actually posted a photo of one of the ones from that Rolling Stone like cover or spread that she did for getting recognized by them. She posted a photo in like one of the outfits, one of the looks from the photo shoot and folklore. And then her caption was like, "'Tis the damn season" or something like that a couple days ago. And everyone, didn't really think much of it because I think she was in red and green or something like that. But then "'Tis the damn season" is one of the tracks on the new album. So there was one thing that she did this week to give us a little bit of a hint beforehand.
That's a good
See,
one.
I love it. I'm sure. Yeah, that's a great one. I'm sure there are so many, many more. And we will have to have fun digging into those clues. But let's be real, there's also going to be lyrics to dissect tonight, a music video that will be, I'm sure, full of clues. So Swifties have been given the ultimate gift. When Taylor announced Evermore, in her caption, she wrote, "She loved the escapism I found in these imaginary / not imaginary tales." So this is just kind of a continuation of the folklore era. Fans love to, of course, pick apart her lyrics, pick apart the imagery. And usually it's pretty based off of her life. She's made it very clear that she's inspired by her experiences and, all that jazz. But this era, you could be picking apart sentences, lyrics, choruses that are just completely made up. So it's kind of a new adventure for fans. What are your thoughts on this new chapter? I kind of like it. I think it's fun. What do you think, Gabby?
I like it too. I'm more of a pop girl, so I favor all of the like pop Taylor Swift moments and eras that she went through. But it makes sense that she's leaning more into this folk vibe, and especially in quarantine, it just really makes you inner reflective and to just like dig really deep down and find out, like she said, these imaginary worlds that she's created up. We're trying to live through this crazy year or the not imaginary one. So very exciting. Really looking forward to what she came up with in this album.
I was really surprised that she made the switch to folk music. I thought she was going to kind of like ride out pop music, that genre, a little bit longer because she was so successful. I mean, so many huge world tours, filling up so many stadiums. So maybe that was the sign to kind of, let's move on. And I love that she likes to chase her passion, even though the fans will follow her regardless. She doesn't really pay attention to the money or what sells. She just kind of goes where her feelings are. And if it was folk music, then that's amazing. Of course, it's working out just as great. Just as anything she touches, it turns to gold. And yeah, I'm excited for her new genre. We'll see where maybe she goes next, if she'll stay longer in this genre. And maybe she'll hop over to R&B and hip hop next. I mean, I'm for it. Let's see how she does in that.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Well, one thing is for sure, we are all very, very excited to, of course, binge the entire album the moment it drops. You guys, we will keep you posted as we discover some more Easter eggs or just learn more about like what her thought process was behind this album. But for now, that is everything we have to share with you. We want to know what you think. Were you surprised by this? Have you discovered any Easter eggs already? Let us know down in the comments. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell so you don't miss any future videos. As always, I'm your host, Fiona Zaring. I was joined by wonderful Gabby and Hiba. If you want to check us out on socials, our handles are on the screen right now. Come and say hello or share your thoughts on all things Taylor Swift. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.